Hey, I guess another NRL video, and in the last couple of days, I know I didn't do any videos yesterday. I was away from the computer. I was doing motorcycle-based mechanics, so I was doing other things. But the Canterbury Bulldogs have come out and said they will appeal any ban that Dylan Napa receives over the leaked tapes, the Napa tapes scandal. And I actually have to agree with Canterbury because what has been released is the NRL Integrity Unit, before Todd Greenberg gave his statement over Ben Barber, had actually cleared Dylan Napa and he was going to face internal club investigation and an internal club review, which doesn't necessarily means he's going to be banned. He could be suspended for a couple of games by the club and dock some wages, but in all intents and purposes, he's free to play in the NRL. Todd Greenberg's come out in the aftermath of Ben Barber and other scandals, including Dylan Napa's, and is coming down with this tough behavioural code of conduct line. The NFL has done this in North America, and it's facing legal issues. Ben Barber, we know he's guilty in public opinion, but in a court of law, he hasn't been charged and convicted yet. So the NRL needs to be very, very careful when it suspends or bans players and deregisters players, because it's opening itself up to legal challenge. And if the NRL Integrity Unit has cleared Dylan Napa of wrongdoing, says he is, available to play pending, internal club discipline, which is totally acceptable to have. And I think Dylan Napa and the Canterbury Bulldogs would agree, yeah, internal club discipline, we can go down that road and sit down and have the discussions. Fine. Todd Greenberg saying over taking this tough stance. He's singled out Dylan Napa. He's singled out Ben Barber. I think Cody Walker's got a trial for a similar incident to Ben Barber's. There's other players who've had misdeeds off the field, and clubs who've had misdeeds off the field as well. It's been a scandal-ridden 2018, 2019. Todd Greenberg is seemingly at odds with his integrity department in the organisation he runs. There does not seem to be a unified prayer book here. It seems to be Todd Greenberg says one thing, the NRL Integrity Unit is actually actively proceeding on a different policy line. Now, I agree with the Canterbury Bulldogs stance. Do I agree with what Dylan Napa did? Well, he wasn't aware he was being filmed, and what he does in the privacy of his own home or his own hotel room, that's legal. It's legal. Morally, some people may question what he's done, but legally, he's done nothing wrong. Whoever filmed that and released the footage is the one who has done something wrong. It is a messy affair. Let's not debate that. But at the same time, Dylan Napa has said he was not aware he was being filmed. Some of his ex-teammates have come out and said that the Big Pappy incident, is a dark stain on the Roosters at the time, and it highlights a culture issue within the Roosters at that time, and may still be a culture issue at the Roosters. We'll have to find out more as time goes on. But if other teammates are coming out in support of Dylan Napa and going, we think he's been unfairly treated by the league, that says that the leadership of the NRL is not in tune with players, fans, and clubs. There needs to be a big sit down of all relative players in this, fans, clubs, the players union, the players themselves, the league. They all need to sit down and have representatives around a table and discuss a way forward. It should be the same with the Super League. There needs to be some communication between the two leagues, because Ben Barber was suspended by the NRL for his cocaine failure, his second strike against him. He ended up playing rugby in Toulon for rugby union, that is, for a few months. Then he went to Super League and had to serve out the rest of his ban. But the Super League took him knowing that he had an issue. There needs to be better communication between the two top leagues in the world, the RFL and the ARL. They need to really sit down. The NRL needs to look at itself and go, are we being proactive enough rather than reactive? And it seems Todd Greenberg is reacting to scandal after scandal after scandal. We've had 3 years of scandal now in the NRL under Todd Greenberg's watch. And for me, that smacks of weak leadership at the top. And that's not just Todd Greenberg's problem, that's a long-standing issue. But the club is coming out and saying, hang on a sec, what you're doing goes against your integrity unit that report to you. They've come out and made a decision saying, we're not going to pursue a ban against Napa, but now you're saying you want to ban Napa. So you're putting pressure on your own integrity unit to come to a decision. That should be an integrity unit that should be separate from the CEO of the NRL. So confused language, and I agree with the Canterbury Bulldogs on this. Well, I don't necessarily agree with what Dylan Napa's done. I'm not saying I do or don't. It's all legal what he's done. The fact someone filmed him, that's the breaking of the law. We have to figure out who filmed that footage and who leaked it. They're the ones who should be prosecuted and punished. Dylan Napa, I think, while he hasn't covered himself in glory with some of his antics that are a bit X-rated, he hasn't done anything wrong. And ex-teammates are coming out in support of Dylan Napa, and other players are coming out in support of Dylan Napa and saying, why should he be the scapegoat for the issues of a minority of players that stain the game? because what Dylan Harper's done is far less serious than some of the allegations against some of the other players who've gone through courts of law, who've broken the law, who've committed crimes. Dylan Harper's scandal is actually, in the big scheme of things, really low down on the list of scandals that the NRL has had. But there we go. That's my view on things. Thank you very much for watching. And it's weird, an Englishman talking about the NRL, but yes, we are fans over here as well. I'm a Raiders fan for my sins, but I do think there is confusion at the top. I'm not, as I said in my previous NRL video, I don't think Todd Greenberg is necessarily the right man to lead this organisation into the future, because there is just scandal after scandal, and Todd Greenberg comes out and says these strongly worded statements saying never again, we cannot tolerate this, and then a week later more scandal comes out. So I don't know what the NRL does. Its public image is being damaged, and I think the division at the top is there for all to see between the Integrity Unit and Todd Greenberg. But thank you very much for watching. Please leave your thoughts below. I'll be very interested to see how divisive this topic is. I know the Ben Barber one is exceptionally divisive, but I'll be very interested to see what NRL fans across the world, not just in Australia and New Zealand, think, but across the world. And I'll have some more videos for you soon. And don't forget to like and subscribe. See you later.